How to deal with the relationships? Well, relationships are like food. We don't survive without relationships. We just don't survive. We are social animals. So relationships are extremely important in our lives. And of course, how do we deal with something which is extremely important in our lives? With respect, with consideration, investing in the long term. Relationship is not something that you can just consider like the next 5 minutes, you know. That's what people don't understand. Relationships, and I'm talking about whatever type of relationship, whatever it's family relationships, love relationships, work, professional relationships, or friends, you know, we have to invest for a long term. In the same way that if that relationship is not interesting for your life, don't invest anything. Don't lose your time. Don't lose your time. If if you have to if you have to interact with someone, for example, because of your work or because of a circumstance or because you're doing a course with that person or whatever it is, and that person has no value to your life, that person doesn't give any value to yourself, just don't invest anything in the relationship. Just do your work and do what you have to do, and that's all. Don't lose your time. Relationships is it's a question of choosing because you cannot carry everybody every time, every day, everywhere. You know, life, modern life exposes us to lots of people every day. Each day of our lives, we're exposed to meet new people. So you really have to choose. We can't go any, you can't take any person we meet forever, you know. There is no sense for that. And those people who are important for you, they will shape your life. Stick to them, you know, give yourself to them as much as you can. Invest your time in that people. Because, you know, relationships, they just shape your life, they shape your existence. You will become what they are. There is this rule of, everybody says that the 5 people that you have close to you will be, you will be the result of those 5 people that you have to close to you. Well, you know, I don't believe it's only 5 people. Maybe it's a little bit more, or maybe it's only 5. It depends on the situation. But, you know, be surrounded by people that will build you a beautiful life and contribute as well yourself to people's life. If you don't contribute, you're a miserable person. You're a miserable person. If you just take, if you're just a taker and not a giver, you're miserable. And if you're just a giver, but you don't take anything, beautiful thing from others, you're stupid as well. So you have to find the balance. A relationship is, that's why it's called a relation, because it's a relation. There you have to find the relation, the balance, you know, the good relation. The name itself says. You have to know how to relate. You know, I realized something. You know, I have lots of friends that I take a long way in my life. And I realized that sometimes I can, for example, if I travel with such a friend, the relationship is affected. If I borrow money to some friends, the relationship is affected. If I spend much time with other friends, the relationship will be affected as well. So relationship is not about being together all the time, doing everything. Take care of relations. So being together doesn't mean improving the relation. Except this is good for the relation. You have to discover what type of relation is better. Some people are hard. Some people you cannot be with more than 5 minutes because you lose that relation. And maybe that relation is important to you. You're losing an important person. So you have to really take care of that. You have to balance your relations. You know, for example, if you cannot, maybe if you cannot, for example, talk to your ex-wife every day because you know it brings problems and it will affect your children, for example. Don't talk to her every day. Try to have one conversation each 6 months, but in a good way. Like, you know, there are some people, for example, that I only see in Christmas time, and it's so beautiful because it's like a magic moment. That person is there in the Christmas time. That person is there, and you're there in that event that happens for more than all your life, and it's like that's tradition, that's reference. Some people I see when I travel, when I'm in their cities, for example, I call them and I try to have a coffee, and it's traditional as well. And that's the moment of, of interacting with that person to say who you are, what you've been done, etc. But over spending time with your relations can be very destroying to the relation as well. So you have to balance, and you have to understand you first, and then understand who is the person you're sharing your time with and what you can exchange with that person. And you have to be kind, you have to be grateful for that relationship, you have to give to that relationship. Just give, 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 give. And if you're not receiving anything in exchange, if that person is only taking away from you, so it's time to leave, it's time to go. Don't lose your time. Don't lose your time. Choose the best people for your life. Choose those people that fit your life projects. That's a good relationship for you. Well, thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.